How's it going, everybody? Welcome to today's episode where I'll be showing you guys how to clean Jordan 5 red suede. On this specific pair right here, you can tell that the color has no integrity, it's gone, it's collapsed, and there's nothing really special to the red. So I'll be showing you guys how to clean your Jordan 5 red suedes, and we'll be doing it a little differently today. I'll actually be showing you side-by-side comparisons on Angelus Easy Cleaner, specifically meant for suede, or NuLife Kicks' Just Suede 3-step process. So without further ado, let's just jump in straight to the video. So in this video, I'll actually be doing a side-by-side comparison. The Just Suede kit comes with 2 brushes, 1 nylon and 1 hog. Comes with a brass bristle brush and 3 settings to reset the nap. As you can see, there's a fin on the upper corner, there's one on the side, and there's one on the back of the brass bristle brush. So far, the value was $60, and it's looking pretty good so far. And it also comes with the honeycomb eraser, which is just meant for the suede if it does begin to fray. And now I'm going to show you the 3-step process to cleaning suede. Alright, first things first, what you want to do is assess the sneaker, what's the worst possible location of the damage, and as you can see here, all throughout the upper, it's gone, it's dull, there's no color to it, and no vibrance. So what the first thing I'm going to do is start brushing the toe box. And once I start brushing the toe box, what you want to do is actually brush towards the more lighter ingredient side. And what this does is actually pulls out the dirt from the suede. But you want to do this gently enough to where you don't damage the material. If you start seeing a lot of fraying and a lot of suede actually start coming out, just know you're brushing too hard and just start going a lot soft. Since this is a full suede sneaker, you're gonna have to do this throughout the whole sneaker, and every single part is the same, and you want it to be the lighter side of the suede nap. And now that you've hit the sneaker with a little bit of the hog brush for its more delicate sides, what you want to bring out next is the brass bristle brush. And what this does is it gets really deep into the suede and it starts taking out the heavy dirt inside of suede. If you have very dark deep patches, brass bristle brush will bring them on out, but be very careful again because suede is such a delicate material. So you just want to go back and forth until you reach the more gradient side of the stain that you're trying to get rid of. Really common on the Jordan 5s is actually the collars and the toe box, specifically when using the brass bristle brush. So if you have a pair, check it all out. Make sure you get those places checked on first and then work around your whole sneaker. What you're going to need to do next is the treatment itself. So when you initially apply the Just Suede spray itself, you're going to want to shake it up, because if you heavily saturate the shoe itself, it could potentially damage it, and you don't want that. So just go around and start spraying the outskirts of the area that you spray it on. As you can see, I'm not hitting it directly on, I'm just hitting the side of it. So now that we've done our treatment, what we need to do now is actually post-treatment, which is basically you brush again, you keep brushing until you are satisfied with how it's coming out, and then you spray it one more time. So as you can see, I'm going to be grabbing the hog brush and just start going back at it. And now that you're done brushing and spraying the sneaker, NuLife actually provides you a microfiber towel, which is honestly pretty dope compared to the $10 you're spending from the Angelus Easy Cleaner. It feels a lot more like a premium product with the NuLife Just Suede kit. It comes with 3 brushes, it comes with a honeycomb eraser, and it even comes with a towel itself, and it shows you how to do the steps, which is honestly so much more of a better value than just a cheap suede cleaner itself. And from the shoe itself, and you can just see the gradiency coming back and forth, it did its thing. It's pretty good. The shoes itself were pretty clapped. I'm not going to re-dye these because there's no point for me to re-dye these. I got these for a steal, honestly. I got these for 40 bucks. And I plan on selling them for possibly $120, making an $80 profit, which is honestly pretty good considering the fact that this product itself already paid off for itself in just one sneaker, which is honestly pretty sick. And you can honestly build a business around it. Which leads me to my thing. I am restoring sneakers currently, and we do have an open market. So if you do want your sneakers clean, hit us up over on the Instagram at T.V.R Restorations for all your sneaker detailing needs. I can get back to you within the first 3 days, but just DM me and we can always stay in touch. But without further ado, let's get back into the video. And probably the most different and most curious thing about this kit is the honeycomb eraser itself. And what this basically does, it removes the long strands or the long fibers of the suede, and it just cuts them down so it doesn't look too unproportionate, so it doesn't look too ununiform. So it just uniformly cuts down the phrase. And what this honeycomb eraser does, it basically cuts down the long phrase from the suede itself, and it just overall gives it a nice proper look to it. But be careful when you use this, because if you start really going into the suede, it will fray and fray a lot more, and you don't want that. You just want to go nice and smooth, easy, light strokes. That's what she said. And now for the right pair, we will be using Angela's Easy Cleaner, and honestly, I'm just going to be reading the directions just like I did with the Just Suede kit. And what it says here is basically, don't use a brush, use a sponge or some sorts, and do not soak the material itself because it will damage the material. So what am I supposed to do? I can't put water on it because I know suede would be affected if I did put water on it. So am I supposed to just clean it with the Easy Cleaner? I mean, just straight with the brush. So what I'm going to do here is actually not even use water. I'm honestly just going to put the Angela's Easy Cleaner onto the soft bristle brush and just see how it works. There goes the cap. That's perfect. So I'm lightly just going to put a little bit on, and I'm just going to see how it works because the directions legit say do not use a brush for this. So we'll see how it works. I have a sponge, but I believe that the sponge is going to do the exact same thing. So once I started going in, I realized that I like using suede cleaners all that much because it doesn't look the same after, and it does feel like it loses its color over time when you do clean with wet materials. And this Just Suede kit is just a perfect balance of both brushing out the dirt, also revitalizing the color by brushing it out and revitalizing the color. And I think it does the combination perfectly, in my opinion. So at this point, I know that the brush is going to give it too much Easy Cleaner. So what I decided to do is grab a rag, because in the directions it does say that you could use a rag using my 2 fingers. That's what she said. And I'm just going to be going in. I'm going to give it a little bit of a cleaning, but this is going to be very difficult because either way, I'm still going to soak through the material and it's still going to be wet for X amount of hours, which is not the end of the world, but it's still an inconvenience, especially when you work in the sneaker restoring game. Clients want their sneakers back within the first 3 days. Anything after that, it feels a little bit of a scam. And if you don't send it out within the first week, just know you're not going to get your money back. And at this point, I just said, F it. I'm just going to go right in. And at this point, damage has already been done. The whole sneaker was already previously soaked from me just cleaning up the Angela's cleaner. So I just decided to grab a brush and just start going in. Added no water. I just added the Angela's cleaner. And we'll see how it looks once it dries up. Alright, and now that the Jordan 5 is kind of clean, not really, you can actually see some gradiency where I put a good amount of the cleaner, but it does feel a little stiff. It doesn't feel like it should be like how it is. This way should be a lot more smoother and a lot more vibrant. And honestly, right now it just feels a little tacky. So what I'm going to do is honestly just scratch this whole thing, and I'm just gonna use the Just Suede on this sneaker also. So without further ado, cut to the clip. And now that I finally used all of the Just Suede kit brushes on the sneaker, you can see that it's looking pretty good, not gonna lie. It is going back and forth. The gradiency is there and you can see it. The integrity is still holding up. but the Angelus Suede cleaner did do its damage and did seep into the suede, and it doesn't look too damaged, but you can see that the color isn't there anymore. The softness is somewhat there, but not really. And without further ado, this concludes this episode. And honestly, Angelus Easy Cleaner, it was cool, but obviously the Just Suede 3-step cleaning process took the cake. It comes with 3 utensils that could potentially reset the suede, a spray bottle, a honeycomb eraser, and a towel, all for a $50 value. Honestly, it's not bad. It's actually the go-to for me cleaning just suede products. So without further ado, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate NuLife for hooking it up. They didn't sponsor this. I just met them at SneakerCon and they just said that this works best. So I'm here making a video about it because all of the old methods are outdated. They've been 10 years plus, and now I'm here. And now that I'm here, let's revamp this kind of content. Let's bring back sneaker cleaning and let's do the thing. And without further ado, thank y'all for watching this video. Thank y'all for tuning in. And without further ado, catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.